Welcome back to Movie Review Mom. I'm a mom and I review movies. And my goal here is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality as well as content so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family as to whether or not you want to spend your time and hard earned money watching a specific movie. So, the specific movie that I'm going to be talking about and reviewing today is called Wildcat. This movie is available in select theaters on April 23rd, 2021, and video on demand on April 27th. The movie is rated R. It's an hour and 33 minutes, and I'm going to give you my movie review mom grade at the end of my review, just to keep you watching. First, I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell. I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as tips for parents, themes that are worth talking about, and even some movie recommendations for other films that you might also enjoy if you like this one. All right, so let's dive in. In a nutshell, this dramatic movie is about an ambitious reporter stationed in the Middle East who's taken captive after her convoy is ambushed. She's confronted by the trauma of her past and must find a way to bring down the militants who incarcerated her and torture her. The powerful film is written and directed by Jonathan W. Stokes. I'm always amazed at people who can write and direct at the same time. So let me tell you about some of the things that I really liked about the movie. First of all, Georgina Campbell is fantastic. She was only 16 years old when she was discovered on the streets of London. And now she's the star of a feature film. She's done some other projects, of course, but this is the first feature film that I've seen her in personally. I thought she did really great and showed some really good range. There's lots of tension and suspense, and you're wondering what's going to happen. And that's a good thing. The movie's actually divided into sections with title cards that kind of intrigue you and prepare you a little bit for what's to come next. However, you're still not completely prepared because there are some twists that just will catch you off guard, which is also great. I love twists. There is some beautiful use of light with creative camera angles, and I love a good director who can play with that. Another element that I really liked is that as an audience member, I couldn't tell whether or not the prisoners were lying or telling the truth. Were they broken or just pretending to be broken? It made me wonder how I would survive under similar circumstances. And it made me keep second guessing what was happening and what I was seeing and the reality of what I was seeing versus what the characters wanted me to believe. Anyway, I just thought that that was really interesting. Almost the entire movie is filmed in one room, which always impresses me because that's such a difficult feat to do. Some characters come and go inside that room, but it's basically in that one tiny space. So, again, kudos to the director and to the actors for really making that work. Now, there were some things that I didn't like. First of all, the pacing is a little bit slow. Sometimes it's hard to hear what people are saying when they whisper, and you wonder what important dialogue you might have missed. You definitely lean in to see what it is that they're saying. And ultimately, it's just exhausting watching people get tortured over and over again. And I'm just like, oh, when is it going to end? But that's part of the intention, I believe. And then finally, for viewers who get frustrated by inaccuracies in films, don't look closely at the tank in the movie poster. It's a German Tiger tank from World War II and probably wouldn't be seen on a modern battlefield, which would be in the Middle East today. Then again, maybe they bought it. I don't know. All right, let me give you some tips for parents. First of all, this is really not a movie for kids, and they might even be bored. There is portrayal of physical and emotional torture. There is portrayal of an attempted rape. There is some profanity and lots of F-bombs, and you hear Arabic spoken with no subtitles. There are some really interesting themes that are worth talking about, such as patriotism and loyalty, freedom, of course, sacrifice for the greater good, power, control. And I thought that the movie actually handled those really well. Whenever I watch movies, I write down the interesting lines and the funny lines so that I can share them with you. I include all of them on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. So you can run over there and check those out. But I'll share some of them with you right now. When I was watching the movie, I was taking notes, and I looked back later and realized I didn't write any funny lines because this is a serious drama with life and death situations. So I did write down some interesting lines. So there's a character whose name is Abu Khalid, and he's played by Mido Hamada. And he says, if you act like a victim, people will victimize you. And I thought that that was interesting. And then later he says something similar. He says, if you believe you're a victim, you're powerless. And again, I thought that was a really powerful message because there's this interplay of power between the terrorists and the people who are captured. Another really interesting conversation is between this terrorist, Abu Khalid, played by Mido Hamada, and a female who's captured, the reporter, whose name is Khadija Young, and she's played by Georgina Campbell. So Abu Khalid, the terrorist, says, do you know what the most important thing is in life? And of course, she's chained to this bed, and she says, freedom. And he says, perseverance. And I thought that was interesting as they were cluing each other on what their values were. And he was also kind of giving her a little bit of a warning and a helpful tip on how to survive this ordeal by simply persevering through this whole thing. So I thought that was interesting. And then she tells another soldier who's captured, who's not doing well, she's like, you can take more. There's more in you. And I thought that was really powerful too, because oftentimes we do give up when we think that's it, I can't do any more. And then we can do more. I've personally experienced that in my own life where I felt like, oh, I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore for whatever reason. And then something else happens and I have to give more. And I realize, oh, I had more in me. So the movie is very powerful. And ultimately, you want to hear the movie review mom grade I'm giving it? An A minus. I thought it was really well done. Now, let me give you a couple of recommendations for other movies that I think you might also enjoy. One that immediately came to my mind is The Mauritanian, which has been nominated for Golden Globes and Oscars. I'm filming this review before the Academy Awards are announced. So we'll see what The Mauritanian gets, but it's a similar story, but with an upside down twist. Anyway, I think it's very, very well done. Another military movie is Zero Dark 30. That came to my mind. And then another movie, I'm giving you 3 recommendations, is Lone Survivor, and what it is like to live and survive in the Middle East in a war-torn culture and area. So I think you might enjoy all of those. All right, that's it for my movie review today. I hope if you watch this movie that you do enjoy it, but it's a difficult movie to watch. Know that ahead of time. When you get a minute, run over to Facebook and join my Movie Review Mom Facebook group, where there's some really great people that share a lot of fun talking about movies. And thank you to those of you who are showing your support on Patreon. I truly appreciate that. And as always, it's super helpful to my channel to help it grow by simply liking this video, commenting down below, and subscribing to my channel. All right. Catch me in another video tomorrow. And until then, bye for now.